blow up. Now, yesterday they started talking about what's her name? They're using her name. He's getting fired because he cheated on Nia Long. They're so full of shit. They don't care he cheated on no Nia Long. He got fired because it's against their whatever to be fraternizing. But they using her celebrity name. 10 of Diamonds, right? They using her celebrity name. You know good and well that's not why he got fired. Nia Long does not work there. He got fired because they said they were caught fraternizing, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, with Diamond, I'm on Clubhouse. It's the Cat's House Show. I'm letting the cat out the bag on soulmates for this week. Astrology Club with Diamond. So we are here on September 23rd, 2022.
Look at as a person of interest this week.
We got Diamond and Nick on stage.
Big person of interest this week.
We got 100 people in the audience.
They already started talking about who came out this week. You can't make this up. Somebody said Ray J. Ray J's always out here 10 Diamonds. No, Oprah. I haven't heard anything about Oprah. Man, she all over social media with her new thing with losing weight. Oh. And the King of Clubs is sitting in her house. She's a jack of clubs. On Front Street. She lost so much weight. Now she's telling people how it happened. On the day the King of Clubs is sitting in her house, and the 8 of Diamonds is her Mercury, displacing the 9 of Diamonds, are called a viral, and the 9 of Diamonds challenging common cause the 10 of Diamonds. That was ingenious. You cannot tell me they don't know these cards. If they don't, they sure do know energy. Because the challenging common cause the 6 of Spades, and what did she say in one of her posts? It took me a long time to come out and say this. The 6 of Spades. Wow. Her moon. Yeah. Ooh, I'm getting off. I said, wow. So yeah, I want some of this choo-choo. Definitely. I want some of this. So I'm just facing the 9 of Diamonds that caught a viral this week. Let's see if I can push the envelope. My book is trending on
Yes, congratulations. I saw that.
I said, okay, it's trending now. Let's see people buying it. People are searching for it. Oh my God. Yeah, it's sitting in people's carts. Pull a plug on them carts and buy the book.
Well, I think that Bob of Diamonds being in the sun. I mean, it got people. Just from the conversations I've been having, it was people. Their money, they don't know if they should spend or not.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Because people spend all the time.
Well, you know what I mean. Spending on stuff that's educational, spending on stuff that's not how you look, spending on that type of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I got to get my book out there. My book is on Amazon. It is the journal, matter of fact. And put my picture up there. My astrology journal is on here.
Oh, Yo said it's in my cart now.
Oh my God. Oh wow. The cardiology book will be coming out. I'm telling you, this book, the cardiology one, is fire. I'm telling you, it is gold. It is so worth the wait. Oh my gosh, that book is going to change the game. It really is. I am proud of it. I am so proud of. You're going to be learning that you ain't going to need me no more. Right? Lies. You're going to need me more. I wrote that book so you're going to always have to ask me questions. I'm not right. You're going to have to ask me, hey, Blue. you're going to have to ask me questions. So, yes, that book is fire, but you're going to have to ask me questions. There's nobody that you can answer questions to about the Grand Solar Spreads. I'm sorry. They're the only person that exists is Aquarius Maximus, and she doesn't teach like I teach. You know, she doesn't, and she don't have the time to tell you the truth, but she doesn't teach the same way I teach. Thank goodness we have two different ways of teaching. So you could ask her, but she probably well, you know you can't ask her. Chris Maximus does she answer when people ask her questions? That would be enough. Do I? Yes, I do. But she don't have time. She got 8 freaking kids and grew up, and she got a busy life. She really does. She busy, so she's not able to answer the questions. If she could, she would for sure. Because she loves to talk, right? Whereas Maximus but she likes to lecture. She got so much inside of her brain. She likes to get it out without, if you interrupt her, that 5 of hearts, if you interrupt something, the 5 of hearts when it's speaking, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to, they got to stay in the flow. And if I knew the cards when I was raising her, even though I did, that's how I was as a mother. But if I knew the 5 of hearts being her transformation card, I was able to keep her focused on stuff, but I would have did it in a different way. Because that 5 of hearts, you gotta keep the focus. It's the gamer, it's the builder. So I always made stuff interesting for both of them. Both of the 4 clubs that I have, that made stuff more interesting. They always had to have, they were working toward it. I always had to bribe them or something, the 4 clubs. Which link? It says on Amazon your book is unavailable. Yeah, that's not, it's there. It's there. When you type it in, it comes up right there. I'm telling you. You don't got to search for it. Like the cardiology planner, you had to search for that joint. This one, you type in astrology journal, and it's on the first page. Oh my God, that just felt so good. Can pop up like that. And the workbook is unavailable. The journal is available. Yeah. So the workbook. If you want the workbook, I have it half price, so you can buy the workbook for half price, and I will send it to you. I have 5 more copies of the workbook. It's a collector's item for sure. That was my first one, and when I'm gone, that one's going to be in the archives. You can get the workbook. All you got to do is DM me. So have the workbook. It's not on there. Remember who took the workbook down, okay? You was in the room when somebody took my workbook. So that's why it's not up there. But I have it. If you want to buy it, you can order it from me. Just DM me on Instagram and I'll send it to you. Yes, the astrology journal. Thank you, Tony. The new one is coming. It's going to be fire. I'm creating a deck of cards. I'm just doing too much. No, I'm not. I'm never doing too much. But the new one, the 2023 journal is coming, and it's fire. I'm telling you. But I got to wait till I finish this one so I can finish that one. But the 2023 journal will be out. Hopefully, the latest is going to be November. And that one is the cardiology, planner for 2023. So that's 3 books. So it should be done. It will be done. But the workbook, the cardiology workbook, is fire. I mean, you would have had it if it wasn't for Jazz. Because Jazz, I mean, she upped the game. She made me have to go back and change some stuff and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it would have been done. But that Ace of Diamonds came into my life. And I have an Ace of Diamonds in Mercury next year, and I feel it already. Neptune has left. That Ace of Diamonds is coming for me in Mercury, right? I'm just facing King of Diamonds with the Ace of Diamonds Mercury, and it's been fire. I'm telling you, you want an Ace of Diamonds. I'm telling you, you working in business, yeah. So yeah, it's been fire. And change the game for me. It's like, oh no, I gotta take this back to the drawing board. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of this cardiology planner or whatever you call it. What do you call it? Workbook, right? Damn, there's so much in my head that I you don't know what I'm saying. But Jazz made me go back and have to look at it, right? So if you want the planner, I have 5 copies. This year's planner for 2022 is half off. If you want it, just DM me and I will mail it to you. She says she bought her journal along with her vitamins. Oh, it's so funny. Hey, Madeline. Good morning, Diamond. Good morning, Nick. Happy Easter Clubs Day.
Thank you. I'm celebrating. Thank you, Madeline. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I love the way you laugh and I love the way you bring it all back. You do such a good job of complimenting this room and helping it flow. And that chat, my goodness, I can't even keep up. But it's wonderful. I love it, Diamond. I love what's going on. And I'm wearing an Ace of Diamonds in my 52-day card right now. And I feel it. And I'm excited for you. I know, man, it's fire. And yeah, I got 2 weeks for my birthday. Not quite 2 weeks, I don't think. And that Ace of Diamonds is here already. I was sitting thinking yesterday, I said, something has shifted. I said, oh my God, the Ace of Diamonds is coming for me. It feels good. I needed a shot in the arm. Nice. And and those vapes that you sent me, the Zen, the Rise, the Calm, I'm trying to figure out what part of the day I want to put which one in and how I'm going to get a rituals out of it. You know, I love my rituals. But I've been really appreciating that too, as a shot in the arm, as you say. Like I can feel the vitamins go into my body differently. So I'm appreciating that. Thank you. Aren't those vapes nice? Those vapes they are life. I love. And they're kind of pretty. You know, they're kind of pretty. I know. And cool, I'm like, I want to get a little case. I want to get a little case for them or something. I'm like, oh, I want to take these with you when I go out. Like. They're so cool looking when you hold it in. Because I never did vapes. You know, back in the day, you would be, you know, if you were smoking on something, it was like you were cool. You puffing on it, the smoke comes out. I feel so cool and sophisticated, right? I was thinking, remember back in the day when they had those long, slick things and the cigarette was at the end of it? Like those, like, yes, the cigarette holder. Yeah, cigarettes are not cool, but the feeling of it, you know why people do it, gives them that, I don't know, it gives them a cool feel. I don't know, because I'm not a cigarette smoker. But those vapes, they just make me feel, when I'm holding it in my hand, I just feel cool. You know what I mean? Well, I hear you. You know, the way I think of, you call it cigarettes, I always call it tobacco. I don't, maybe it's some kind of bias in my own brain, but I call it tobacco. And for me, tobacco is a way to pray. You know, so if I go out in the morning or at night and I use my tobacco, like I'm saying prayers in all the directions, I'm speaking my life into existence. Like I don't necessarily just smoke and hang out. You know, I definitely use tobacco to pray. I put tobacco in fires and make prayers. Like it sends an energy into the ethers, kind of like incense. But I appreciate it's not good for your body at certain levels, this and that. So if I do 2 or 3 a day, that's a lot. But it's definitely something that I use to pray. So I don't think of it like cigarettes and like a neurotic habit. I think of it as a way to get to spirit. So it's just an invitation. So you light it and you puff on it. Yeah, I mean, I have a pipe too. I have a prayer pipe that has a stem and a receptacle like that I use for certain rituals, like the full moon. And it's tobacco. It's tobacco. And it's a blend. Sometimes I put some mullein in it. Sometimes I put some, like, I definitely blend up some rose petals. Like, sometimes I make my own blends of the tobacco. It's not just straight tobacco. Mm-hmm. But then there's times where I roll up a Native American spirit and I go out and I say my prayers or good night to the trees, or I sit in the breeze and I listen, because I also find when I connect like that to the tobacco prayer,
there's a whole lot of wisdom there. And a lot of natives have done that kind of stuff, so it came to me in dreams, it came to me of myself, but then I went and connected to the people doing it. I was like, oh, this is what this is about. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Because I was certainly never wanting to smoke. Like, it annoyed me when I heard to pray for prayer. I was like, no, I'm never going to use tobacco. I'm never going to be a cigarette smoker. Mm-hmm. But I found it differently for me at this point. Yeah, I could see that as the king of diamonds. I could definitely understand what you're saying, because using that energy field of that Mars and that Venus very creatively. So I feel you. I do. I feel what you're saying. I definitely can see how people arrive at some things that they do. I could definitely. You took me on a trip with that one. Yeah, because honestly, the first time I was almost my 40s, that I even did it, and I read this Black Elk Speaks book about the sacred pipe. I was like, oh, what's this about? Because I'd already had dreams about sweetgrass. I started building sweat lodges in my backyard, and I was like, what's going on with me? What's happening to me? But I was remembering ways to stay connected to the elements. That was what I was doing, so I could be less crazy. Yeah, I love that. And you sure took me on the road with it. Well, thank you for seeing it that way. I appreciate that, honey. And I'm excited for what's growing in all the ways it keeps unfolding. And the other thing I was thinking about is it really does feel to me that it happens a little before it happens. Like you can feel it coming. Mm-hmm. And I really believe that's something unique to our waters. I think our waters kind of feel things because water's so receptive. Mm-hmm. So I think we sense things in our waters before they come. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a good way to kind of like, hey, it's going to rain. Snowstorm coming, you just kind of prepare yourself for those things, Yeah, for sure. I definitely know with the downloads that we're getting, from the universe, the divine feminine, the grand conjunction, leaving that. We've left all of those 2G, 3G, 4Gs, you know what I mean? All of the receptacles and things that are opening up to us are, individualized, but then collectively we can come together and really, hash it out and have a better understanding of it. But we're in a different paradigm right now, especially since we've left out of Pisces. We were in Pisces. The Pisces age is over. So now that we're stepping into this new age, and the dawning of Aquarius was sung about when they wrote those songs. That was when I was a little girl, right? So think about the dawning of Aquarius. That time was the dawning of Aquarius. So we've been in Aquarius, we've been in Uranus, and now really leaving behind the age of Pisces. And not that the age of Pisces we would think in and of itself being a bad thing, but we know for the world it was very destructive. It was used in a way to create a lot of false illusions, right? Well, it's the duality of it, right? We played the duality consciousness out so loudly and strongly. I hear you even still, like, where you get the most passionate and I feel your fire is when you hear people splitting. Because it's like, how can we still be splitting with each other in any way? Like, seriously, how could we even consider that as an option anyway? Wow. I'm sorry, Nick, go. Wow, that's crazy. They got an active school shooting. Wow. Wow, in Cincinnati. Wow. Didn't want to see that happen this week, but unfortunately, the cards say it's right for that to happen. So unfortunately, we got to figure it out. We got to figure out how to transmute this energy. Because we can transmute it, but we got to figure out how to transmute this energy with these teenagers. Because this is a whole year, fam. We got these teenagers for a year sitting in Trans-Pluto. So we got to transmute this energy, right?
That's the 3 of clubs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my card of the day. So that's so interesting that you said that. So yeah, it was a shooting at a school.
It's an active shooting in Cincinnati right now.
So it's so interesting because when we was talking about people opening up schools, I think whenever there was a shooting last time, a few months ago, I don't really remember. But when there was a shooting a few months ago, that's when I know for me, I was going and telling people, like this is the time for people who want to open a business. Since the Queen of Diamonds was about to be in the sun, this is the time for you guys to take your credit and get the loans that you need to open up schools and different places where you could take 3 teachers that you know who hate their job and y'all start a business and you're going home from home to home to home to home, teaching people on a schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you do, like I didn't want to give them all the game, but I gave them tips and some pointers, and nobody did it. Nobody talked about it. And I know the 6 of Spades stuff takes time, but to me, I kind of felt like you didn't really have time because you're so angry about this keeps happening with your kids, 5 of Hearts, and it just keeps happening.
Yeah, so we got to do better. You know, we can transmute this, but it's gonna take work. You know, this isn't for the weak of heart. And that's why I say people get so passionate talking about things from the past, and these children don't care. That's what's gonna trigger them. Because you can imagine you sitting listening to your parents and you didn't care. But these children now, they're gonna act out. So acting out violently, unfortunately, is what we're seeing a lot of. We need to transmute it. We need to show them that we do see them, we do hear you, and we do care. You know, you're sending them out into the lion's den every day, and you expect what's going to happen. You send them out there every day to the lion's den. What do you think is going to happen? I remember taking my granddaughter to register in high school, and these teachers were standing over in the corner. They were young ladies, and they're standing over in the corner. My granddaughter says they come to class, and they want to be cool, and they want to act like they're us, and that's not what we need. And my granddaughter was 16. She said, we need them to act like adults. I was like, damn, whose child are you? She said, yours. Oh, my God, these kids is mad. They tired. She was like, that the way they come to school is so inappropriate. Now they got this thing that people think is cute, that they're finding these pictures of this teacher with her, you know, she's well endowed, and she's posing for these pictures, and they're posting them all over the internet talking about this is the teacher now, would you like your child to go to school? What is that? How is that relevant that you think that that's what we need to be making memes out of? These kids is giving them the bullets for the gun, right? They got the ammunition that this is what you think is what y'all should be focusing on. Yeah, I just find it so crazy in 2022, still not listening to these children. Still not listening to them. They're standing in our faces yelling at us. We need you to be adults, right? We need you to be adults. Figure it out.
But like if people aren't adults, like if they haven't grown up themselves, it's really hard. It's like you can't teach somebody to play tennis if you don't know how to play tennis.
These kids don't care though. But these kids don't care.
Oh, I'm not saying they should care. I'm saying that to pull up for all of us, right? Because it's our adolescent energy. Any of our fight, our warring, right? The adolescent part, rebelling, it's trying to break away. It's beginning to individuate. And then it can get ideas in its head. So as you're individuating, you think, I got to figure out whose team I'm on. I got to make sure I got people on my back. Like, or if you're starting to cultivate, we're in this together, and I need to learn how to use myself in a place of mastery and not take people hostage in my displaced emotions. I mean, I got to mature my emotional center. I got to realize that I don't have to make up stories when I feel stuff. I can just feel it and keep going. You know, do a dance, go to a walk, do something. So kids are learning to transmute emotions that we didn't transmute. We turned it into stories and those bondings like you referenced and things like that. So I think they're asking for a new way of meeting it. And I think we're all being asked that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a pull-up for all of us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But all of it is, and everything that you say is correct. But I'm going to go back to what I said. They don't care. They can't even dissect or swallow or chew up anything of what you said. That's how they're feeling right now. They don't know. We can't rationalize or tell them anything anymore. They can't even see it. You look at your life, you look at what you're doing every day, and you listen to what people are saying. It comes a time where there's no more talking. And I believe that's where we are. And the 5 of Hearts has been on the move for 5-6 years, and that's children. So it's at a pinnacle now. Does that make sense? It is at a pinnacle where you're going to shit or get off the pot.
It makes sense because you're not just talking about children. You're talking about people who are adults but still operating in that same space and hasn't transcended that karma as well. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Bible House is not playing anymore. Hey, Carmelita.
Good morning. Good morning. I was just going to add to the conversation. What a powerful, powerful subject when you talk about the kids. You know, so many factors. For me, I say, you know, what can I do personally? So I know my daughter is 21, so she has a friend who has a little girl, and she is like a year and a half. And then I have a nephew who is 5. And so when I look at it from a parenting aspect, the parenting is so different these days. So that my daughter's friend, little girl, I got to know them through my daughter, and it is she loves her child. But the parenting part, you know, it seems like the part that we used to take as instinct, because my daughter, you know, we're very close. So things that happen, she'll come tell me, blah, blah. And so I immediately picked up like, wow, this young mother needs a woman such as myself who's raised 2 children, to help her, you know, but I felt like I couldn't come out and just say, hey, you need my help. But so I slowly started to just have the little girl over more, and, you know, share some things with the mom, because I felt like the main thing I saw was her relaying her love for her child. I didn't see that, but I knew she loved the child. But it was like she didn't know how to show that. So then I said, okay, so this is going to be a little girl who grows up, maybe not feeling the love of her mother, and how is she going to present herself and enter the world. So I started, like I said, doing little things and keeping her. Sometimes I pick her up from daycare, and vice versa. I saw the same thing happening with my little nephew. So I know my sister-in-law loves him, but when the love, the spending time with, it was a lot of lacking. And I felt like it wasn't because neither one of them were trying to neglect their children, but for some reason, that piece was not getting to them. And for him, what I saw is buying him a phone, and basically hours and hours and hours of being on the phone, and the phone entertainment. So for me, you know, of course, I can't save every child. I can't step into every child's life, but I just took those 2 that were close to me, and so decided to share, you know, what I have in my experience of raising children, and, you know, basically, you know, helping the moms be moms, if that makes sense. So that's just my take on it, you know. I feel like it starts way before the child gets to school. You know, of course, the 5-year-old started school this year. He's never been to school before. This was his first time. And what his mom reports back to me almost on a daily basis, far as the faculty, the teachers, is very scary. Like, if it was me with my children in this situation, I probably would take them out of homeschool, because it's the environment is militant to me. You know, like I asked, well, did they go to recess? No. There was an episode where the boys were talking. These are kindergartners, 5th, 6th graders. And they were talking one day. And so the teacher told them to be quiet. One of the boys said, you're mean. And so she got in the boy's ears and screamed, I like being mean. So it's just a lot going on. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate it. And we should never feel like what we just isn't important. Because it's just like, sometimes it's overwhelming and you're like, well, it's just me. No, it's not. Because if you make that difference in that one person's life, think about the ripple effect. So, yeah, we needed to put where we are. So I appreciate that.
And like you said, the overwhelming, I can see it in both of the moms. And I'm not making excuses for the dads, but I'm looking at me as a woman and what can I give to these other two women and their children. And I can see a lot of frustration with them. Both of them, their first and only child. So, that's kind of hard, in itself. So, like I said, when you say the frustration, so I'm like, well, how can I help? Both of my children, like I said, are grown. They're in college. I work from home now. I don't have a busy hustle bustle like I used to. My husband and I are pretty much young, but I feel like we live like old people, so I have a lot of time on my hands because when I first told my daughter that I would get the little girl that's a year and a half, she was having problems basically using the bathroom. So I'm a nurse, but it really didn't take a nurse to figure it out. And so I told my daughter, I said, she's constipated. That's why she keeps throwing up. And so mom kept going to the emergency room. She's throwing up. And she's young. You got to start getting blah, blah. And so I told her, my daughter, I said, well, tell her if she wants me to, I'll keep the little girl for a week. And get her on the diet, get her sister going, and blah, blah, blah. And so she asked my mom, she was like, your mom was going to have nothing to do with you. She couldn't believe that somebody would, I guess, show that much love to say, hey, look, I see you as a young mom. Your daughter, you guys are having some challenges, which really are not that big, but if you don't know, they're huge. And I'm willing to, help you see you through that, But it's a whole lot that goes into, when we look at it, on the TV with the murders and everything, because it's just, I live in Mississippi, but I'm very close to Jackson, Mississippi. And so to see in the last 5 years the number of children, 12 through maybe 15, that are on TV every night for murder or either being killed. I'm like, wow, what in the world is going on? Like, what gets you to that point? Like, how did you arrive at that? I mean, to be honest, I live in the country, I'm from the country, but I'm scared to hold a gun. And I mean, if I had to do, some kind of army or whatever, but to think of a 12-year-old to get a gun and have the courage to take it and pull that trigger and take a life, that's amazing. That blows my mind. It really, really does. I don't want to take care of that time. I was just sharing this. That's a subject that's very dear and dear to my heart. So.
What's your card? I love that. What's your card?
So my card is the card that on the Bible is known yesterday into a club. But I'm a cancer. And so, like I said yesterday, my aunt and uncle raised me pretty much from an infant. So I don't know if it comes from that or where it comes from, but it's something that's been very near and dear to my heart. And I find it easy, to relate to the children too. Because the little girl that comes over here, her mom says, she doesn't do what she does at your house, at anybody else's house. And I said, what do you mean? She said, when she comes over here, she gets down, she explores, she I try to make a child for me. And I said, really? She said, no, like at home, she was still us with her parents. And she said, she just sits in the bed and watches TV. She doesn't do that. And I'm thinking, well, maybe you all created an environment that says, hey, it's okay. She gets into something that she's not supposed to get into. Then I talked to her like, in a certain spot and say, don't move all day.
But you know what you're saying is important because every house has a different energy. So the energy of your house would be very conducive to her, and the energy of where she is not. So, trust me, I just moved out of the and I would never move into a $700 yet. So, the energy of the house does affect you. So,
okay, well, yeah, I'm just telling y'all real life experience.
Your house is, depending on her form. And you look at her form and then look at your energy of your house. Now, you must say, wow, now I get it, right? Because she could live in a savage house with a woman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, the car could be sitting, the house could be sat in a house. The 7 o'clock is my report, but your report to you, if you don't know how to, not that, the 7 o'clock is difficult because it's emotional and it has a lot of things to do with my digestion. So, it's hard for me to live in 7 o'clock house, but I live in a 3 o'clock house now, which is my community, and it's all so, yeah, the house we live in.
See there? Learn something new all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for letting me share.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely. Anybody else? We don't have no more Ace of Clubs in the house. Don't have anybody wants to come up to the stage, them Ace of Clubs. Anybody else coming up? No. You gotta mute yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, I'm bringing my Jack of Hearts self up here because, for some reason. Today, you know what? You just use me with coming up with money ideas because I'm really searching like where the money at. I want to go get all of the money. I realized that I just got money laying around. Does that make sense? It's like you can take this back, you can take this back. You're not using this. This is $50. This is $100. And by the time I'm getting through, I'm thinking, well, you know what? Okay. You know what else? And you know what? I don't necessarily want to shop, but I'm really starting.
I'm talking about returning stuff. If you got that much stuff to return, you gotta stop buying, right?
I gotta stop buying, right? I do. I got stuff to return that I didn't use. And now I'm in the process of purging. So I'm really feeling the need to like go through my closets and just put things in order, making sure that it's really like upscale boutique, if that makes sense. Because it's give it the flavor. So I came up here like, damn it, what's going on with me? Even today, I made sure that I don't even normally do this, but I wanted to make sure that my eyes were perfect and I got my liner on. Now I normally would just go get my brows and lashes done, and I'm really conservative. So I'm really kind of natural. What am I? Oh, you say I'm cheap? Okay, so that's what it is. And I don't mind being cheap. I don't mind it. But so should I just go get them done?
You didn't hear what I said earlier about the Jack of Hearts?
No, I didn't hear it. Diamond, please say it again so that I can hear it.
Well, this week you are sitting in a very good place for the collective because you're sitting Pluto to the card that has you in Saturn. So it's a Pluto Saturn conjunction that you're having this week. And Pluto-Saturn conjunction can be very interesting for sure. And we know you already ruled by Pluto, and you saying that you're cleaning and purging makes perfect sense to me. This is definitely going to be an interesting week of discovery for you. Definitely doing that shadow work. Definitely going deep into the recesses and stuff. Yeah, this is going to be a week where you need to do that work and stay as far away from people as you possibly can. Okay?
Okay.
That's a very powerful, this time doing that work, when we think about how we use those conjunctions and what they want us to get out of it, because we're getting something out of it. So we know we're getting transformation with Saturn and Pluto, right? We know that's serious transformation. It's like you're going down into, like it can go down into your big toe and see that there was a little scar on your big toe, and all of a sudden you're like, why does my big toe hurt? That little tiny scar starts to hurt, right? That's Saturn Pluto conjunction. It's like it's gonna go down into the deepest, darkest, restricted areas and shine some light on them. Does that make sense?
Man, that sounds kind of fun.
I would just say that for Scorpio people, it does sound, it's exposing stuff that needs to be exposed, but you just got to be aware of the people that are around you, because it could be fun for you, but you could be very triggering. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. I could be very triggering. I got it. As a matter of fact, you know what? That's probably why my plumbing and stuff is out. I'm just opening my door, letting the plumber in my house now. My plumbing, and on 2 separate occasions this week, I had something going on with my central air and it was leaking high. And then I got something going on with my main water line, and I'm like, what the heck is going on with the water? Hi, how you doing? All right. So, okay, thank you. So yeah, so that's what's happening.
Yeah, that's what that would be happening.
They did.
So I would just be mindful of those things coming up, because that makes perfect sense. Because those are things that are structurally sound until they're not right.
Yeah. Wow. But you know what? And then even in the craziness of it, I'm excited that it went out. I'm like, okay, I'm glad you broke, so now I can get you fixed and I can get a new one of you. And I just want a new. But then, so Diamond, are you saying that I should go out by myself? Don't be cheap. Stay away from around a lot of people, but just go ahead and spend the money. Don't say that. You didn't say that. Okay. Maybe this is what I thought I was just trying to hear. Okay. Now.
But yeah, definitely gonna be an interesting week for you this week. We'll be on lunch for you this week. If you need to reach out to some important people this week for sure. You need to try to make those connections this week. I'm just telling you.
Diamond, I almost fell down because I really do have someone that reached out to me that's importance, done did a whole lot of stuff in this world, like really. And I'm planning a event on January the 11th. And you the second person that said, Vera, go and get this event. It's going to be some really, really important people. Hopefully even you coming to this event on January 11th. But it's going to be really important. Okay. Thank you, Dan. All right.
But definitely reach out this week, because the 3 of Diamonds gives you that power to really extrapolate whatever it is. 29 degrees means that you have come through all of that energy. Now what? So,
Diamond, I'm almost about to, right now, I'm at my door, but I'm about to take my shoes off and walk in the energy and this grass and go ahead and call all of these names and everybody that I need to call through because you mentioned the spiritual thing. I got my incense going. I've set the tone, the energy, and the atmosphere so that, you know, it's like come into the house of healing, come into the house of peace, come into the house of love, to order, respect. I mean, to the house of the gods is like what I'm feeling.
This week you should be feeling it because you're the big dog one. You're the big dog this week.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know if you're February 14 for work. It's the one with the water main.
Yes, that's his Saturn card. That's the Jaguar Saturn card. So it's Saturn Pluto. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm telling you, just wait for it. Wait for Donald Trump. Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm telling you, it's about to be on and popping. Wait for it. Man, he's feeling so freaking powerful right now that he got so much to spill. It's ridiculous. He definitely got a lot to say.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What I'm saying makes so much sense. You know, the crazy thing about it, though, I was just looking at it. June, hey June, when we are sitting on this plate as a collective in 2 years, the bad thing for the Ace of Clubs is we won't be sitting at the Two of Hearts. We'll be sitting back in Born Land, having to censor. You know, the Six of Clubs is the Pluto there. So I'm just really making it make sense with what you're saying, and I'm just really seeing the difference in the twins and the flip flop and the fun that you really get to have when we're really on this plate. June, I think it'll probably be plate 68, 66. Yeah, it'll be plate 68. 68. We won't be displacing the Two of Hearts. So for me, it won't be as much fun that year. I'm just devastated.
Yeah, because you said it's you devastated.
Yes, because this week is so fun. So when you're there for the year, it's not going to be that much fun if you're not sitting in the house.
It ain't.
That's not fun. I don't like that.
This is a chance for people to get prepared because in 2 years with the Pluto return, it's not going to be fun. Absolutely not. People don't deal well with the 8th house now. So think about it. Think about the 8th house. Think about all of that energy. Think about you being able to do what you're supposed to do, because it always goes back to us and how we handle things. So we know inside of that 8th house.
I'm saying if it's leaking to the point where it's like I can't sweat on a new valve, that's gonna be a problem.
We don't know all the things that happen in the 8th house. We don't necessarily have an idea.
I'll have to pop it off and see
Because if you don't have
just
no,
residual in
you
there.
can't have any kind of
I'm just listening. Oh, are you on the phone? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's all right. Go ahead. I'm just showing.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, man.
No, don't be that person.
So have you identified like what's happening and is it?
Have your spiritual practices be as high vibrational as
I'm listening.
Yeah, so we had to call it into the insurance company, let them know what's going on. I don't know if they're gonna cover the repair or not.
Why?
It's up to them. So we're gonna submit it in that we got the main valves leaking, and it'll probably take me 5 minutes for them to get back to us.
So you don't think they will cover the main
I
valve?
don't think so, no. I don't
Why?
think they do. I'm not sure. It's just under their contract, so, you know, whatever they tell us they're gonna cover, I can let you know and go from there.
Okay, so what's going on with the main valve? Why
So the
is it?
main valve's gonna have to be replaced for the house. That's the only main valve you have. Technically, you should have one before that meter and then one after. But it's just the one down there. So we're gonna tell them no, that there's one valve that's leaking, has to be replaced. And then if they say it's covered, we can go ahead and do it. If it's not covered, then, you know, we'll cross that road and talk about what it costs to actually have it replaced.
Really? Is that a big thing?
Yeah, it's a pretty big job.
What?
Yeah, we'd have to open up the wall a little bit. I had to do quite a bit of repipe in there to kind of get it piped in correctly, or piped correctly, but, I won't know for another like 5, maybe 10 minutes until they get back to us. So Keith in my office is calling, AWR right now. He's gonna let them know what's going on. And then once they kind of give us the okay that it's covered, we can go ahead and do it. it's not, then we can talk about what we want to do after that.
Okay,
So,
okay. What causes that to happen? Just,
those old gate valves, that's just like the old style valves that they used to use. Did someone turn it off and back on at one point or recently?
just now, yeah, recently.
Okay.
The water people turn it on and turn it off.
Oh, did they really?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, oh, no, I turned it.
Okay. Yeah, those old gate valves, if they don't get used that much, they kind of just fall apart and they break. So now they're switching everything over to like a ball valve kind of stuff.
The water guy came here too. Yeah, but anyway, so bottom line, this thing right here is broke, the main water valve. Yeah. And got to kind of go into the wall and. Okay.
Yeah, typically, like if it's something that they don't cover. I'll call me back right now. I don't have that answer. Hello? Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. So what? That's not really the city's responsibility. It's still part of the homeowners thing. Okay. So what are we looking at then for price wise for make clay? Because I'd have to install it outside then. Everything on there. To the whole. Yeah, so yeah, it's replacing the main valve and replacing, installing a bleeder and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna have to open up a little bit of the wall too. Kind of get in there and see what the pipe looks like. It's just some soft copper coming out of there. So I'm not sure because the pipe looks like it's bent. If it's bent, it might be something where we have to like get some pipe that's not bent and we actually solder onto it. Yeah, because it's soft copper coming out of the ground here. If it's already bent to the point where I can't get a valve on there or solder it, then be breaking up the floor a little bit and actually being pipe on there. But I don't know if I open that up. So, okay. All right. I will go over. See what.
Yeah, I sure hope you can. I just want to make sure, but go ahead, I'm listening to the plumber. I got a plumber here and I just want to make sure that we are looking at everything that I got covered. Because I guess some stuff is not covered.
Yeah, so that they don't cover the street side shut off on that. So
What do they cover?
Anything after the meter there.
So I got two different plans and I want to make sure they're operating on both of them. Okay, so let me give you my account number. Okay, so yeah, I got a claim and the plumber is here right now. And so what I need to know, is what you guys are gonna cover, because that's the reason I'm paying for this warranty and I don't wanna have to come out of pocket with anything. So I'm hoping that what I'm paying for is covered. Something is covered.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I don't have all that information, so I would have to transfer you to a claims rep, so they can go over that information with you. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, just give me one moment and I will be transferring you to the claims station.
Okay, I'm good. I just like to be able to talk to everybody at the same time so that I'm clear. Okay, I'm sorry, say it again. Okay, go ahead, I'm listening to you.
So that valve's gonna have to replace, and we're gonna have to install the shut-off valve before and after of the meter.
Thank you for calling American Wire Resources. is David. May I ask who I'm speaking with?
David, you're speaking to Vera Giles Norris. And let me give you my account number. It's 21000-366-4149.
Perfect. Just could you tell me like the reason that you are calling us today?
Okay, I'm calling because I'm here with the plumber, and I just want to get a clear understanding of what coverages I have and what's covered based off of what the plumber is saying the problem is. And so
Okay.
I want to make sure that all of my plan is in place.
Okay, yes, I hear as well. But first, I need to go through your account. So, could you please give me between 3 to 5 minutes?
Okay, so did you get the account number?
Yes, I already did. I need
Okay.
to
Go ahead. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm listening. Say it.
So with this job, everything that's gonna need to be done is I will need to open up that wall a little bit.
Mhm.
I won't charge you for opening the wall, but we don't do the repair of it either. So I'll try to keep it fairly small.
Mhm.
I have to make sure there's good pipe coming out of the ground, because you have a soft copper pipe that comes out of that.
Mhm.
And I just have to make sure that there's good pipe where I can actually cut and put on a new valve,
Mhm.
which we may or may not have to. If the pipe's bad, we'd have to break open up the floor a little bit and actually redo the pipe coming out.
Mhm.
But as long as everything's okay with the pipe itself, all together, you'd be looking at $895 for everything all together.
For me to pay.
Yeah.
Because they're not paying anything.
Because they're not paying anything on it.
That got to be crazy.
Yeah. So, but that's where we're at on that. So, but yeah, it'd be 895 total.
Yeah, that just sounds like.
No, I feel you. I mean, that's just because they're not gonna pay us for it, unfortunately.
Yeah. And so with something that expensive before I just throw out $895, then that means that I'm gonna be forced to get some more opinions. I'm not just gonna let somebody tell me now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I can tell you honestly, we're fairly competitive on our pricing. We are coming out of Fox Lake. So, we do pay, charge for a little bit of travel, but the water shut off. If you want to get a couple different quotes on it, when you do call the plumbing companies, if you're just kind of calling around local, just let them know that, hey, I got my water shut off. I need a valve installed before and after my meter.
Hold on.
And I can write that on here too,
Yeah,
so you
okay.
have that information. That way you can, if you want to get a couple different quotes,
Yeah.
get it together. Because you might be able to find somebody local in the area that can beat us by a couple $100. But we're pretty competitive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, we're definitely on the lower end of things. So, but I'll write up exactly what you need, and if you want, to shop around, feel free. Our number's right at the top. We're not gonna charge you again. Like, we're not gonna be any more than the $895 when we come back.
Okay. So what I'm finding out from them is because I got two different types of coverages, but you say in your experience, they never cover this stuff, right?
If you had a valve like after your meter that was leaking in the house somewhere, they would cover it.
Yeah, I'm here. So you said if I had a valve after my meter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm here. Okay, I'm here with the plumber. And
Perfect. But first of all, I need to verify your account, and after that, I can tell you.
okay, I thought that's what you had me on hold, verifying the account. Okay, but go ahead.
No, yes, I already got it. Are you the owner of the property?
I am.
Perfect. Could you provide me your address?
14 Fernwood Drive, Bolingbrook, Illinois, 60440.
Okay, and is your service address the same as the legal?
Yes, sir, it is.
Perfect. And finally, I need the phone number.
708-743-6970, vjalesnorris@yahoo.com.
So, could you tell me like the situation that is happening right now?
So I'm having so they just called in, and I guess according to the claims department that what they're wanting to fix is not covered, and I need to know why it's not covered, because I thought I was paying for plumbing both behind the wall, outside the wall, or whatever the case may be, because I got like two different types of plumbing coverages that I'm paying for. So can you tell me, based off of what they called in and said what was going on, why I am not covered? Or what am I covered for?
Yeah, of course. I'm just going to check that because here in the system, it appears in they already, well, they are in your house and they notice that the shut-off valve is not covered. They are telling you that.
That's what they just told me, that the shut-off valve was not covered.
Okay, yes, I'm just going to check if it is covered or not, okay?
Okay.
So please just give me 2 minutes. Thank you.
We said the shut-off valve, right?
Yeah, it's the main shut-off valve for the street side.
The main shut-off valve for the street side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What, in the house or on the street?
It's considered street side, is what this
Okay.
is called, so it's before the meter.
Gotcha. And like, what's the point of paying these companies if when you pay them, they don't?
Yeah, it's like every insurance. They're kind of, hit or miss, and it sucks when you're paying for something and then you finally call and it's something that's not covered. Unfortunately,
And in your experience, why don't they cover these?
because they consider it part of like the city side of their water, essentially. If it was after the meter, like if it was a shut-off valve underneath your sink, or if there's a water line in the house, they'd cover that. But since it's before you actually meet your meter, it's kind of considered the city's water line.
And the city came out here and shut it off, so they don't fix it, right?
And unfortunately, the city comes back and says, since it's inside your home, it's not their responsibility. It's like no one's picking up of what, that valve's gonna be covered, and it's pretty much on you, essentially.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. For $900. That's just not. Now, is that, when do they have like, well, I don't even know what to say. I just don't, you don't know what they do.
Yeah.
But you do leave me, well, if we find out, I'm praying that somewhere along the line, they found out that I got, oh, Miss Norris, you pay for this and you pay for that.
Yeah.
That'll really be a miracle, right?
It would be a miracle if that, honestly, it's, we're pretty good about it. We know what we get billed because we don't want to do work and not get, paid kind of thing. So they're most likely, they're not, nothing's going to be covered on that. Unless the only other way you can do it is maybe like do like go through like your homeowner's insurance kind of thing.
Okay,
and,
ma'am, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
And see what that costs.
Okay, so you are telling me that you have the plumber here to you, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and he is hearing the call?
Yes.
Perfect. So I just want to ask him and if the shut-off valve is inside or outside your house?
You want to know if it's inside or outside?
Yeah, it's inside the house.
Inside the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just 2 minutes more and I'll be back with you. Thank you.
Is that a trick question too?
I don't know. I mean, he's gonna be like, oh, it's covered, or I don't know what he's gonna say, but it's before the meter. I know it's not covered.
So here's the thing. I've purchased 2 separate types of warranties.
Right.
But you know both warranties. You know what both of them entail.
Through AWR?
Mm-hmm.
There you have both the plans with them. Yeah, because we got all your plans like pretty much on the computer. Like when we open it up, we got everything that's covered and not covered. And
Okay. So you saw both plans too.
Yeah, Keith that I talked to, he's the one who deals with it.
Okay.
Okay, yes, madam, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, yes, I already understand all the situation, so just let me explain to you, okay? The person that did the claim didn't ask you if the shovel was inside or outside your house. That's the reason why at this moment the construction team is telling you that that being shovel is not covered. And it's true, it is not covered by the wildlife protection program. But like you also have the in-home plumbing plus protection program, the only thing that we have to do is do a new claim, and we are going to send you the same or another contractor team in order to repair that shovel. Okay?
Okay, because it is covered under the plus program that I,
Yes.
that's what I was told,
Exactly,
okay.
yes. Not for the wildlife, instead of the in-home plumbing. Okay? So we have to do a new claim for the in-home plumbing plus protection program in order to repair the shovel.
Okay, so what do I tell the plumber?
Well, I mean, like, they don't have to do anything else. They already, I mean, like, for between American Water Resources and the customer, I mean, like, you, well, we don't have to do anything else. I only have to do a new claim in order to send you someone this.
Well, hello? So under that plan, they'll cover the valve before the meter on the street side?
From the income plumbing plus, yes.
So they'll cover the street side valve and the home side?
Well, I mean, like, if the shower pump, if inside the house, the income plumbing plus is going to cover that issue.
Okay, I just don't want any headaches if, another company comes out, because as far as I know, with your guys' plan, you don't cover anything before the meter, because we've done work where we've done it and we don't get paid because it's before the meter and it's considered like the street side. So I just want to make sure that does cover that in your plan, that, whoever comes out can, yes.
Let me double check because I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Just so they don't have another, because did you get the $100 trade call fee for this?
No,
No, okay. Just so that when they do.
so $100 is what I paid through American Home Shield.
Right.
I'm here.
Okay, no, the shower pump is covered by the income plumbing, so.
Okay.
Okay, so we can proceed to the other thing, thank you so much.
Okay.
I'll just get his name and write it down.
Okay, so let me do this so that I can make sure that I'm understanding, because I don't want to be told one thing and then it's something else. Hold on. Okay, so can you repeat? Okay, so again,
You need a pen?
yeah, I just got one. What is your name? David?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that based off of what the plumber has said, that it's covered before the cutoff. Wait a minute, is it before the cutoff valve?
Before the meter.
Before the meter.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry if the shower pump is before the meter or not, because you have the coverage for both things.
I got it for both things. That's what I thought.
Yeah, exactly. You have the coverage for everything inside your house, and you also have the coverage for everything outside your house.
That's what I heard.
The only thing that we have to do is change the program and do the new claim for the income plumbing plus protection program.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And can we change it and these people that's here do it so I can get it done? I mean, can you put the claim in and they can pick the claim up because they're already here?
Yes, but I have to do this really quickly.
Okay.
Because I have to cancel this claim and do the other one and ask you some questions.
Okay.
Okay, so let me ask you some questions and I'm just going to proceed.
Okay. So this is the thing, because I normally try to ask detailed questions.
Right.
Cause I got like a lot of warranty companies. Cool. Yesterday, when I made the claim.
Let me call my company, cause they're probably gonna have like a bunch of questions too, cause it's never been covered before.
Okay, yes. How, you said, where is it at? It's downstairs in the closet. Yes.
Is the heat constant or only when you are using water?
Well, the water is turned off, not constant.
Perfect. Are you aware of any other leaks inside your house?
No.
Perfect. Do you have pets?
No.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, do you live in a gated community?
No.
Okay, and the last question. Has anyone traveled out of the country the last 14 days?
No.
And the last one, has anyone in the company been exposed to the coronavirus?
No.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to proceed with doing the other claim. And just let me check 1 second. And on the treatment for you that there is a service fee of $50. Okay?
Okay.
And it has to be paid at this moment.
Okay. Use the card on file.
Oh, see, yes, no worries. So just give me between 3 to 5 minutes while I do the new claim, and I'll be back with you, okay?
Okay.
Sure.